Hello there and welcome. Now, in this particular video or consider it course module, I'm going to teach you how to promote any product whatsoever using AI. Now, there's been a lot of drop shippers over the years. Okay, so basically, people drop ship products. There's even e-commerce, in which case people buy stock. I don't mean stock as in Wall Street, but they buy product inventory and they sell that product whatever they want, right? Whether that be in a particular country, in Europe, America. So e-commerce and selling products online is actually really a trade right now. Now, usually when people used to do this before AI, and by the way, there's not a lot of people that are explaining this. I'm not trying to pump myself, but this is revolutionary, okay? It's very important that you just forget about everything else that you've learned so far or that you know so far, especially when you have AI. And that's kind of a double-edged sword for most people to understand is that they cannot understand the fact that there's just so many things that they're still doing manually that AI can do, okay? And it can do better. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have this particular product. I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me just show it to you. It's just some, it's Bluetooth headphones in the shape of a wheel. Okay. And, this is a top selling product. Okay. If you go to certain platforms like Alibaba or AliExpress. So that's an example of a product. Okay. I'm not going to give you more product examples. But usually, when people wanted to sell this product, a primary, super important thing is the video to promote the product, right? It's called the promotional video, or, most people in the field, such as myself, we call it the creative. Okay, the creative. You always hear talk about, or the creative, or the video. By the way, the creative can be a video or an image, but I mean, nobody's going to buy a product just simply by looking at an image. With the exception of certain brands that are already popular, like McDonald's and so on and so forth. These guys, they don't generally need to do video ads if they don't want to. But a video ad is what sells. Okay, I've been in the field enough to know that a picture ad, an image ad, doesn't sell. Okay, especially when it comes to products, you need to show people what they're getting. You need to do like a promotional video, and that video is usually what you use to run your advertisements on Facebook, on Instagram, mainly these two platforms, on Pinterest. That usually this is how it is done, okay? Whether that be e-commerce or drop shipping. Now, I must define things, okay? What is the difference between e-commerce and drop shipping? Okay. So e-commerce is when you already have the product stored. Okay. You buy the product. You're like a merchant, should I say. You buy inventory and then you just try to find that inventory. Okay. You market it, you get people, and then these people purchase and you start basically delivering from your inventory, in which case you have a limited inventory. Okay. And there is a bigger investment because you invest in the products. Okay. Doesn't matter how you do it. Some companies, they have leverage so they can get the products without paying, and they can pay after 60 days or 30 days. But for the regular e-commerce dude, all right, you're definitely not going to get such privileges. All right. You're going to have to pay pretty much before getting the product. You're going to have to pay in advance. All right. So you pay in advance, you get the product shipped to your country or whatever you'd like the product to be stored at. And then you can run your business from whatever you want in the world. But let's say you're running the business from the same country you're shipping at, which is ideal because you can stand on business and you can actually go and do your business by yourself. But generally, there's a lot of money invested in the product, in advertisements. That's e-commerce. But when it comes to e-commerce, it is 3 times or 4 times or 5 times even more profitable than drop shipping. And the reason is because number one, you can negotiate a low price because you're purchasing in bulk. That is, if you are a successful e-commerce guru or entrepreneur. Number two, you can control the costs. So you can know exactly how much you're spending on the product per unit. You know exactly how much you're spending on the shipping of the product because you're pretty much in control. And you can even do your own shipping. You can even hire people to work for you as your shipping agents, and they can basically be your shipping agents that ship the product for you. You can even have them as part of your business. Or you can go and find some third party contractor company that would take care of that. But the bottom line is that that's e commerce. Okay. E commerce is that it's for the people that have some money to invest. Plus, that makes it great because there's high profit margins. Okay. Because you control the cost, which means that you can control your profit margin. You can get 30, 40%, even more profit margin. As when it comes to drop shipping is for the people that have pennies, or if you have no money, let's say you have a brains, but you basically don't have money, all right? But you have brains, right? So what you do, you find creative ways to promote a product pretty much without money. In the era of AI, you don't need money. You can just, I'm going to show you that you can just post videos on a YouTube channel, and then based on a YouTube channel, no advertisements, you can get people to purchase a product with no Facebook ads, nothing. That's why I called this video, or this module, the course, the AI dropshipping revolution. Okay, because it is the case. And when you get people to watch a video for free, a lot of them are going to be interested. Okay, they're going to be interested. Think, all right, I'm interested in this product. I would like to purchase it. But in the past, but first, before going into the past, let me just stick to the explaining the dropshipping model. The dropshipping model only takes hosting. Okay, now I know a lot of gurus are simplifying it way too much. Okay, let me tell you this: if you're not creative with your mind on different ways, hyper creative on ways to promote a product, do not get into e-commerce or drop shipping. Because if you know how to sell, how to market, right, then it doesn't really matter. You're going to make it in this business. If you don't have that gift, that marketing gift, then just forget about it. Maybe do something else, right? Maybe there's plenty of things you can do. But it's all about how you promote the product, okay? And as I was saying, before AI, people used to create videos manually. You get a product, you have to find a studio where you can shoot some videos. You have to find maybe models, people that will shoot that video for you as you record them. You have to edit, which means that if you're not a good editor, you have to hire an editor, and they'll have to, chances are mostly they have to go and edit that video. You'll have to be an expert when it comes to creating a video using a specific framework that gets people hooked in so that they can say, oh, well, I need this. I actually want this product. So there is a major part that you have to do. For the most part, for dropshippers, they learn all this stuff. They shoot the videos, they edit the videos because, as I said, there is no money. All right, the only money they would spend is money on hosting. When I say hosting, it's whether either you host on Shopify, for example, or which is very common, or you simply host your website or create a WordPress website, which is now hyper easy. You don't actually really need to do Shopify. Um, and even in case of Shopify, you don't have to build the website. Inside of Shopify, there's AI builders now. You just need to describe your store to the AI builder, and when you describe the store, it will just build a product page for you and or store. And you can just the only things that you're going to do is basically just change the images of the product, the title of the products, right? Because that's pretty much they're not going to list the products for you. You're going to have to list them still, but I mean they take care of 90% or 95% really of the job for you. But building the store is not the difficult part. It's actually the last thing you should worry about, because I'm going to show you cases of channels with millions, hundreds of millions of views on products right? Like I'm going to show you an example of an Assassin's Creed product. And the last thing they really need to care about after that is really the store, because the only thing that matters is getting the millions of views on the channel for free using AI content. And then after that, people are going to start asking questions about the product. So with this introduction, I think we need to, right? I think we need to go ahead and start, or I'm going to start showing you some things, right? So, all right. So let me just go to YouTube, right? I have this channel which I've been wanting to show for the longest time. So let's just Assassin's Creed. What's that knife that Assassin's Creed or the assassin he uses? Okay. Now, even though I made a mistake in terms of the word that I used, but I still have a bunch of results. So I want you to behold first and foremost 226 million views on this video. Okay. Of course, this video has been created using its manual. So the guy actually bought the product and he was maybe he is the one, or maybe he hired somebody to do these videos. Now, I'm not going to play the sound because he plays some Assassin's Creed copyright music right there. But as you can see, he's pretty good with the weapon. And this video has got like 226 million views. And now here, let me open his channel first and foremost. I could pause this right now, but I want you to focus. Now, notice his channel. All right. So there's how many subscribers? That's number one. 392,000 subscribers. Okay. So that is not a false number. How many millions of views? Right. 526 million views. Okay. Now, a bunch of people always say, well, shorts don't earn that much. They don't earn. Well, I mean, even though shorts don't earn that much, but still, with 500 plus million views on shorts, you could still take home 50K or 60K in terms of profit. Okay. All right. Now, this channel is monetized. I checked. All right. So, number one, unintentionally, they've already made a bunch of money, which is very close to six figures from this channel, unintentionally, because their intention is actually not to make money from the views. Their intention is to actually get people to go to their website, which they add the link to in the bio. And this is the website, all right? Here, they did it with Shopify, and I can tell because I've used Shopify for, you know, 7 years now. And, here, this is a Shopify store. It's not the most impressive store to make. As a matter of fact, you can go to my channel, and I even have some videos. I don't think I can link them here, but you can find them. I've released them, some videos about how to create like stores for One Piece products, Naruto products. Back in, I think 3 years ago, I did that, back when people really didn't care about it. But you can see here that this is not a cheap product, okay? So you can see that, for example, let's say that you like this one. It's worth $180. And yeah, so you can go ahead and add this to cart. Now, usually this is a drop shipper, so they will sell you the product at an extravagant cost, right? The cost at which they're going to sell you this product is humongous. So let's say this product is worth $50. They're going to sell it at 200. And the reason why they're doing so is because they want to earn, all right? And because they are paying money on the shipping. Okay, so let's say the product is worth $50. They're still going to have to pay $100 on the shipping. And so you have to pay 180 just so they can make that $30. That's why you can see that the product price is inflated on most dropshipping stores. But you get the idea right now of the process, so to speak. All right. Now, let's go back to this video, all right? I want you to focus on this video, just so that you understand that this is selling like hot cakes, Okay. So 26,000 comments, right? What are most comments here? In all my years, this by far is the best functional IRL hidden blade I've ever seen. 72,000 likes. Okay. And if you scroll down, you can notice some other people commenting, like people in the UK will absolutely love this. Now, a comment like this wouldn't be made by somebody if they don't have purchase intent. So this guy most for sure is going to have purchase intent. He's going to want to purchase this. Watching Hidden Blade technology progress like this since the first Assassin's Creed has been very cool. All right. From crack da, 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 da. All right. So I remember instruction clear. No, now I need an armed trend. Da, da, da. Ideal. Da, da, da. So most of the comments are in favor. And you can notice that in the first comment, it's a pinned comment by the channel owner. And on that comment that is pinned, there's 13,000 people that like the comment pinning the website. So he put the website and he put the product link directly, which allows people to copy that product link and to go to the website where they can purchase the products or a product or products. Now, on that one, there's 13,000. And there is here, you can see if you look at the replies, someone even said, shut up and take my money, has never replied. That's what my exact thought. So these two are most definitely clients, all right? They've already went and got it. This guy here, he said, where can I get it? So this guy is wanting to purchase. Here, wish someone would answer that would be awesome, right? Da, da, da. Wow, this is great. How can I get one? I want one. Yeah, I want it. Uh, get me one too. All right. And so on and so forth. If I go through more and more replies, how do I buy it? Link. Where can I get this one? I want how much? How would you buy? Um, okay. And there are even some people answering other people's comments and saying the website he listed in the original comment. Where can I get a set? All right. You figure out how to get that one. Some people even talking about, you know, um, asking each other's, did you figure out how to get it yet? If you find it, let me know. Some people even are saying, if you find a way to purchase this, let me know. Where can I buy it? This is translated from, I think, Spanish. Um, they have it for sale for 155. Where I need this in my life, and some people are commenting that the price is too expensive. Well, yeah, with the the tariffs and stuff, it's actually gotten crazily expensive. But you get the point. Okay, you get the point. Now this channel right here, and let me take a breath, a fresh air, is just an example. All right. When I say it's just an example, I mean that this guy, right? This is just for one product. It's a one product channel. No advertisements, no Facebook ads, no Instagram ads, no money going out the window, never coming back. No need to go and take these lessons on Facebook ads and have to spend like 5 years of struggling and getting depressed from losing all your money on Facebook ads. All right, so what do these guys actually do? They create interesting videos, um, videos that kind of are just show about products. They're doing it manually. Can we do this with AI? Well, I think we can actually do really good videos with AI. Okay, it takes a great deal of skill of prompt engineering and stuff, but this is the introduction. Now you understand the workflow. Video, It gets people, sparks people's interest about a product that is a prop, or in this case, this is called in the world of e-commerce and dropshipping, it's called an impulse purchase. An impulse purchase. Now, an impulse purchase is a product that people want to buy right after they see it. Right after they see it, they say, I have to get this. It happens to me so much. Sometimes I see some products, like this one, for example. It's a very simple product, but it's an hourglass. All right. And it kind of helps me keep track of time. And it's basically 10 minutes, right? So this hourglass counts 10 minutes. It's basically if you are interested to learn about the Pomodoro technique of learning or achieving your goals and objectives. And so when I saw this product, I purchased it. Okay. I didn't want to purchase it because it was an impulse buy. There's plenty of impulse buy products out there. Okay. You just have to find certain ones. Now, we're going to take an example of this Assassin's Creed product. But before that, I'd like to introduce you to a particular website called Alibaba. Now, of course, I mean, you know what Alibaba is, right? I don't really need to uh, describe Alibaba to you because I figured that you probably already have an idea of what Alibaba is or what the website is. But on this website, you can find all kinds of products. And this is actually it's AliExpress, but I mean AliExpress they get their products from Alibaba, you know. But anyways, Alibaba is a big marketplace. It's a Chinese version of Amazon, which means that you can get products for cheaper price, and you can actually sell these products worldwide. Now, what dropshippers do is when you create a store on Shopify, whenever somebody orders from their store, for example, let's say somebody orders this product from this store, okay? If they add or buy, click buy now, for example. What happens is that the person goes through and makes the purchase, is that the order is directly launched on AliExpress through what we call plugins or extensions, or in Shopify, they're called apps. Okay. That makes the connection. There's multiple apps that make the connection between your store on Shopify and AliExpress or Alibaba, AliExpress precisely, like Spocket, right? Spocket is one. So Spocket is a platform that makes the connection between your dropshipping store and AliExpress, so that whenever somebody orders from your store, that order is then processed immediately to the AliExpress store from which you uh, got the product, and then the manufacturer immediately gets the product order. They start working on it. They get all the shipping information of the client. They then go ahead and they ship the product to the client, whatever they are in the world, and you don't have to pay anything. And when they get a notification that the client has then got his order and he didn't return the order, he actually paid for it, and there was no refund, then they pay you a commission. Okay, they pay you pretty much a commission, and that's why it's known as drop shipping. It's not the same as affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is different. Affiliate marketing, you get your commission nonetheless, even if the customer refunds the price. The company that you do affiliate marketing for will still pay you the money. So they're not going to say, "Hey, well, there was a refund on that sale. We actually need to take our money back." That's kind of the difference between affiliate marketing. With affiliate marketing, you market the product. Once the person buys the product, that's it. You don't care about the refunds or anything else. You don't care about the shipping. You don't care about if the product landed to the customer. Drop shipping is different. Okay. So that's the thing. And there's even CPA for people that want to learn about CPA, which is cost per action. It doesn't really even need to be a sale if you want before you get paid. Sometimes you can even just get paid by driving people to a certain page, or by getting people to give their email address on a particular page, or by driving people to click a button. That's called CPA marketing. But the more you go down in the chain, the less money you get paid. So for CPA, you get paid bucks or pennies. In affiliate marketing, you get paid sometimes even a lot of money, a lot more than drop shipping. But affiliate marketing is much more difficult. And I'm not going to get into that, but now let's focus. So in Alibaba, if we do a search for Assassin's Creed, you will be able to find multiple products out here that can be considered impulse purchases. By the way, you have to read the descriptions. Okay. For example, this looks bigger, but in real life, this will probably be very small. So you have to also, when you read the descriptions, you have to bear in mind or pay consideration to the fact that these products can actually just be props or be figurines and certain things, or just necklaces. Like sometimes they even have axes as necklaces or swords as necklaces. So, and here you can actually filter if you want to apply certain filters. So, for example, if you want this blade to be the real deal or a product to be the real deal, you can filter here by stainless steel. But the only stainless steel that we can see here is a cup, right? Now, I'd like to start soft. I'd like to start soft. So, starting soft means that I'm not going to go into the products that would be too difficult to create creatives for. Okay. So let's just check this out. Assassin's Creed sword. Kind of hoping that we can find an Assassin's Creed sword here. And to be quite honest, Alibaba is not the only website that exists. I mean, I can search AliExpress as well. AliExpress would contain a lot more product for drop shippers. That's the advantage. So I would recommend that you search on AliExpress instead of Alibaba. So Assassin's Creed sword. Now there's a lot of swords here, but I want the real one. I want a real sword. Okay. You can see those products that guy is also is pretty much promoting. We have some examples right here, but some are fake. Like this one, for example, is not made of stainless steel. Mostly is going to be a plastic replica. This one looks like it's the real deal because it's $143, and they're saying in the materials they're saying it's stainless steel. So there's a lot of products here. What must not happen to you is that you must not get involved in the motion, and you must definitely not build an emotional connection with a product, but rather pick a product that has a future that can actually sell. So let's take this one for example. I said I want to start soft. Actually, this is soft. So this is the product. Number one, I'd like to copy this image or click inside. Now, I don't think I can actually copy it without opening this first. I'm just going to have to find a way. I can save this as, let me check if I can save, nah, that's the web page. I actually need to get the image itself. All right, let me just see what I can do more. All right, there are some negative reviews in favor of this product, but whatever. So actually, in order to not limit myself, I'm gonna go to Google and search Thor's hammer AliExpress. Okay, and instead of just relying on AliExpress, I can take images from Google. So this is the hammer. This is an image of a Thor's hammer for kids. It's a toy. So I'm going to copy this image and I'm going to go to Google Gemini. I'm going to ask it to create an image And then I'm going to add the image by pasting the image of the Thor's hammer. And then right then and there, I'm going to say the following. Say, look, I want you to create a real life 9:16 image of a teenager holding this Thor's hammer toy. He's ready to test its power on a wood plank. This image will be used for advertisement or video advertisement purposes. So make a perfect video or image that will help us sell this product well. The teenager must also have Thor's wear. So here, in other words, I'm going to create an image because I can then use that image in Sora. Now I'm using Sora 2 because of Sora 2's capabilities. It's wild capabilities. There's just insane things that you can do with Sora. And we're going to try to use these things to our advantage by making Sora do certain things. There are even people that are making Pixar movies with Sora. I mean, I'm not going to go into the crazy things it does, but I'm going to just click right here and I'm going to come back right there. So here, as you can see, it created an image for us, which is kind of cool. But what I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, look, he didn't hit the plank yet. He's just about to do it. He's getting ready. So that it goes and edits this. Okay. But this image here is actually really good. I like it. Now, normally, I could just do this for one product, but I'm going to show you how to do this for multiple products. We're going to take multiple products that can be considered as impulse purchases, and we're going to work on these products. All right, so here, it seems like this one right here is getting ready, but I don't quite see the hammer. All right. And there's also that destruction right there. So I cannot go back to the initial prompt, but I think I can use this. Look, I'm actually going to go back here and I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to start a new chat, create images, paste the prompt itself, paste the product, Thor's hammer. I'm going to say make sure the Thor's hammer looks exactly the same as the attached. One more thing. The teenager must be standing with the hammer in hand. The plank is soft and intact, and he still didn't do a thing. Make it seem like he's just about to start a video, like what's it called? Vlog. I want to make it seem like he's actually going to start like a vlog of himself kind of showing his Thor's hammer. All right. All right. Actually, this one is pretty good. But that phone right there, I'm not okay with it. I'm gonna say do not show any phone or anything. All right, I don't like that phone there because it's definitely going to intervene and it's going to make this video look horrendous. All right, so it's actually refining. Now, once you send the second prompt, you will not be able to edit the previous prompt. So make sure that if you have any edit to do, that you do it earlier. Now we're talking. This is actually a good one. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to deactivate this. And for the sake of excellence, I'm going to go to ChatGPT because number one, ChatGPT has been created by OpenAI, and OpenAI is actually the ones that created Sora, Sora 2 to be precise. So if you want to ask a tool or a large language model to craft a Sora prompt for you, there is no better alternative than ChatGPT. So here I'm going to paste the image of the boy and I'm going to ask it, what do you see in the attached image? First, before prompting it or giving it orders, I'd like to chat with it. It's called priming ChatGPT in OpenAI's top 6. I think it's the top 6 strategies for better prompts, for better results. There's the first one is priming ChatGPT. Instead of giving it an order right off the bat, play with it first. Give it some concrete material, give it something to work with. All right. Then you can ask it. Here I started the conversation by first of all, I want to see if it interprets the image well. In the interest of me making a perfect video for a channel that is just purely fictional, but this could be a business plan or business model for you. And it says here in the image, I see a teenage boy outdoors in a backyard dressed in a Thor style costume. It's describing his clothing, and here it says he's holding a large prop hammer, Mjolnir, with both hands and looking towards the camera with an excited expression. In front of him, there is a thick wooden board resting on stacked cinder blocks, like a setup for smashing or a strength test. Okay, that's good. So, in other words, here it understands exactly what the image is about. What I'm going to say though is I'm going to say I would like to use Sora 2 to create a fun vlog video of that image to promote that prop Mjolnir hammer on YouTube. Could you write a perfect Sora 2 prompt to achieve this? I don't want the camera angle to change. Well, not to change. I don't want the camera angle to shift. I also want to make it seem like the one recording him is his father. But his father must not appear on video. Just like a vlog, he's asking his son on his opinion about the hammer, but he doesn't appear on video. It should be a fun vlog showing a teenager having fun with his new found hammer. Thor's hammer, to be precise, but it knows what hammer it is. So it's not like we need to do anything in that sense. So here, as you can see, it's writing the prompt still. I'm using the thinking model. It might actually be annoying at times because the thinking model takes quite some time to generate the results. You might find that as well, but it's actually the best, really. So this is it wrote it as a code, but if you want, you can just copy it like this. But I'm going to copy it like this. Okay, I'm going to copy it as a code. Next, I'm going to go to Sora. All right. So inside of Sora, what you can do is you can, first of all, select the orientation of a video. In this case, I want it to be portrait. I also want to generate maybe 2 videos, but I think one is enough. And I'm going to paste the prompt. But first, before hitting submit, I should like to go and grab my image and also copy it back to Sora. Now, you could do it either like this by copy pasting it, which is faster, or you can click on the plus button and upload your image. You can only upload one image as a starting frame on Sora. Number 2, once you're ready, you can hit create video, in which case it's going to start creating your video. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to start doing its horrible, or it's going to start saying its horrible stuff about, I cannot do this, I cannot depict real people, but I'm actually going to go real quick, check something out.
John.
All right, so it seems that Sora has rejected creating the video since it appears that it would be against their guardrails. Now, in the meantime, what I'm going to say, I'm going to first and foremost try generating the video based off of the image itself by simply using the image and nothing else, because that's also something you can do. All right, so you can basically just drag and drop or paste an image, and then you can have Sora generate the video based off of the image. But what I'm gonna go and ask here, I want to say, could you repurpose your prompt because Sora rejected my video, seemingly because it's against guardrails. Guardrails. Now they do this because for the most part, this guy right here, it would mostly look like somebody from the real world. All right. So that is particularly interesting. But we can definitely find a way to generate cool videos. Now, by the way, if you want to, let me show you that you can generate a video using VO3. For the most part, VO3 will not say anything. If I just paste this, I can just go and actually get this prompt. I can paste it into VO3, and I could say create a 9:16 vertical smartphone vlog, and then I can hit submit. VO3 can do an equally better, if not a better job than Sora can ever do. Because sometimes, and for the most part, a bunch of times Sora, pretty much rejects things for no reason. Like in this case, they probably think that we're trying to impersonate someone or steal an identity, even though the image itself was actually generated by us. Now, here it seems like, again, VO3 kind of rejected it as well. That's kind of weird. Right, here's the thing. I'm probably going to use the earlier prompt. I can get back here, just click edit. All right. So it seems like there's some kind of an issue with this specific image, but I'll work around it. I'll try to find a way to work around it. All right, so it seems like it's generating this, but again, it violates their policy for some reason. Okay. Now, what other alternatives? We have Leonardo AI, and Leonardo we can use Kling. So you might try using Kling AI. I'm using Leonardo because I can get access to not only Kling AI, but I also get access to a lot of AI tools in one place. Let me just go to Sora here. It seems like it's generating it, but I'm not so sure whether it would generate it with no issues. Now, I managed to generate even, different videos like this one using Sora.
Copy that, Mark. We're watching. Hold tight.
They're getting curious, really pressing on it. Big males on top. I can feel the weight. Just keep.
But why is it that for simpler videos like this, they refused? I think I could maybe, yeah, again, they kind of refused. All right, so I think I can maybe change the creative. Instead of showing the boy, I could not show it. All right, so let me try that instead. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna attack this from a different angle. Instead of showing his face, I'm definitely going to say, do not show the boy's face. Do not show the boy's, the teenager's face. Only must be shown. Okay. Since they are taking so much offense to, showing a face. Now, another thing here, if you don't want to start from that image or from that specific image, you could also just copy the hammer, okay? And you could try this technique, pasting the hammer and then using the prompt, and let it generate its own version of a teenager that it considers as not being, against their guardrails. Now here, it seems like they generated this. Let's say only the teenager hands are shown, ready to hit a balloon with the hammer. So I'm kind of, getting a bit more creative. But the thing that I said using Kling, which I'm about to do, and I think I'm going to waste my last token, to a 10-second clip at 9:16 of that. Now let me just do this. So here we have the image. In Kling, I just need to click on a start frame, and I can potentially drag and here, and then I could use the exact same prompt that ChatGPT provided me with, and I can just create a video. It's going to be a 10-second video. It costs a bit more, but whatever. Now with Sora, videos are going to be generated. They're going to have a watermark, but you have to realize that the watermark of Sora can be removed by tools like bilo.ai/features/Sora to watermark. You can remove watermarks, okay? There's plenty of software out there that can remove a watermark. Now, I'm hoping that this technique right here works. If not, then Kling AI might just be our one and only option in this case. Now, it seems like, now it works.
All right, be honest. How does it feel?
It's solid, man. Like, really solid. Feels
All right.
super real.
Is it heavy?
Kinda, yeah. Just enough. Makes me feel like Thor, though.
Look at you.
Mighty, ready to save the world.
So now
All right,
that
be honest. How does it feel?
this is good. Now that I didn't use an image of a boy, because you have to put your yourself in the place of this tool, right? So with Sora, it's actually when you upload an image of someone, even if you've generated that particular image with AI, it thinks that you've taken the image from someone's Facebook or someone's Instagram, and that you're using their image against that person's desire. And so therefore it just refuses. But when you just let it go and generate whichever version of the teenager, it kind of tends to do this. And in this case, it actually generated a version that it thinks it's great. Now, if I try, and by the way,
All right, be honest.
I'm going to show you one thing.
All right, be honest.
I'm going to
How
use
does it feel?
the same exact
It's solid,
prompt,
man. Like, really solid. Feels super real.
Is it heavy?
Kinda, yeah.
right? The same exact prompt. But let's say, for example, you want to use a different. Oh, come on with that video. Stop it. It's playing the video sound in the background. All right. Now let's say that you particularly maybe choose this hammer, right? A golden version or whatever, or this version right here. Now I can copy this image right now. All right, where was Sora? And I can paste. And then I could just hit submit again with the same prompt. And right now they're going to generate a creative of a completely different guy, right?
Be
By the
honest.
way,
How's it feel?
if you want to use
All
your
right, be
video,
honest. How's it feel?
post it,
It's solid, man. Like really solid.
in which case you'll be able to find it in your list of videos that you've
All
posted.
right, be honest. How's it feel?
Number two,
All right, be honest.
you want to
How's it?
remove the watermark, copy the share link, and then you can go to, like I said, buy low, and you paste the link here of the published video and you submit, in which case it's going to start removing this Sora watermark, and you can download your video without a watermark. So people wouldn't know that you've used Sora. By the way, my cup of tea is going to get cold here. I just gonna have to apply some sugar, you know. Sorry for that. All right. All right. So now, while it's working on the other creative, let me just come back here. I think that right now we are spared of having to do this. So now let's move to some other product. Like instead of a Thor's hammer, Captain America shield. And you know, I'm gonna stay on the same chat. Captain America shield, AliExpress. You know, I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be a lot of AliExpress stores where you can get this. You know, but first I gotta go find a shield picture. Now this is probably not gonna be like, maybe this made of metal. And one of the easiest things to make really is a Captain America shield. All right, so supposing that you want to advertise for a Captain America shield, you want to sell a Captain America shield. Now, there are some ones that really look like they're metal. These ones are made on eBay. By the way, you can also dropship from eBay. It's just the same way, just a different platform. And it looks like this one from eBay is pretty good, except for it's not completely red. All right, so if I copy this image and go back to Gemini, I can paste this, and now I'm going to say, now I want you, actually, instead of Gemini, all right, I'm going to do ChatGPT instead. I'm going to paste the image. I'm going to say, now, what is the image attached? Just kind of playing dumb here and just kind of trying to make it look like I don't know what's that, you know? All right, but I know that ChatGPT knows what that is. By the way, let me just go and check the Kling video. You can see that Kling didn't have an issue generating this video.
Stay. How does it feel? It's solid, cool, and super real.
But it's not good. It's not like the Sora one, you know. Sora pretty much blows it out the water. But, you know, we kind of found the trick, right? There is a specific trick. It seems like here, this one is seemingly didn't work for some reason. But we got one that worked, so I'm not going to complain. The attached image is of Captain America. So I'm going to say, now write a prompt, a Sora 2 prompt to allow me to create a short video showing a 20-year-old man using the shield in a forest hike. Okay. Now, in the meantime, let me just get back to Sora here. I'm going to paste the image of the shield. Now, all right. So let's copy this prompt and hit submit. Now, I don't know why in this one it didn't do what it was told, even though it already went and done the job here. But now, one thing I'd like to say is that with Sora, you get 30 videos a day. 30 videos a day, okay? When I say 30 videos a day, you have to make sure you don't spend all your 30 videos for nothing. Because if you just have the Plus membership and ChatGPT, you get 30 credits with Sora 2. Not with Sora 1, because with Sora 1, you can generate unlimited Sora 1 videos because they suck, okay? So they just give you free access to that. But with Sora 2, with this plan, or at this plan, you are limited to 30 videos a day, but 30 videos are enough. Let's say you make 30 attempts to create 30 videos. And then you get out of those 30 attempts, you get 2 or 3 great videos for a short. Or let's just say 2. All right. Let's just be pessimistic and say that out of the 30 trials, you've created a pretty nice or 2 videos during that day. That is still 2 shorts that you can post. And by the way, with shorts, it's not about the volume. It's really about uh, the quality of your video, and it's really about the momentum. Some channels pick momentum, but when they lose it, right? And usually, when you pick a momentum, you have to make sure that you keep doing the same thing, the same type of video, the same style, right? But you have to also realize that you're not going to be lucky all the time. There are some times, like in this channel, in this case, like most of their views came from the top 10 videos, or actually even less. So you're not going to be lucky all the time, but there is a time where you're probably going to be lucky, and you're going to have to capitalize on that. So when you start the channel, at least have like a store ready, and you can build a store using AI builders easily nowadays, easy peasy. All right, so for the Captain America,
It's too nice out not to bring this thing along. Check it out. It's still shiny after the hike. Up close, you can see the brushed star and the grooves in the rings. Straps are leather, super comfy. Slide the arm in like this. It's too nice out not to bring this thing along. Check it out. It's still shiny after the hike.
This is pretty good, but I would like there to be more action. So I'm going to say I would like there to be more action. Like him demonstrating the shield's defensive capabilities in the woods with his friend. His friend has a Thor hammer. Let's have some fun. Let's make it seem like, this guy is up against somebody who has a fake prop Thor's hammer. And for this, I think I'm going to use like a different image of a shield. I think I'll use this one, because it would seem like if you use the same image twice with Sora, it kind of catches on to that. And it kind of thinks that you're probably spamming or something. So I'm going to use a different image just for the sake of this. And then let me just go back to Sora right now and paste the prompt. I think I've used maybe 5 or 4 of my prompts right now. I know I said that I'm going to promote like 30 products. I'm going to do my best. Now, this is product number 2, Captain America shield. We did the Thor's hammer. Let's just take it slowly but surely. All right, so always make sure that the orientation is portrait, because these are shorts that we're making. Another thing is, for those that just came out right now and don't know anything of, don't have any idea of what we're doing. So what we're doing is basically
just enough.
we are promoting.
All right, be honest. How's it feel?
It's solid, man. Like really solid. It feels super real.
Is it heavy?
Kinda,
Like
yeah.
creating
Just enough.
short-
Makes me feel like Thor, though.
Look at you.
Post
Mighty,
on
ready to
TikTok,
save the world.
Instagram,
All right, be honest. How's it feel?
It's solid,
and
man.
Facebook.
Like really solid. It
And
feels super real.
by doing this, you get a far better chance of not spending any money on advertisements, and you can have a big chance of your videos actually going viral, and people maybe getting interested in buying the products. Now, I would recommend that you do a one product channel. What do I mean? Make a channel only about one product. Okay, so if you choose Thor's hammer, stick to Thor's hammer. But if you want, you can diversify. You can make like a video about Thor's hammer, another one about Captain America's the shield. You can make maybe another one about maybe something else of some other Avenger, like Iron Man's helmet. I'm pretty sure that is a product. Anything you can think about, there's a product for. Okay, so Iron Man helmet. Some might be asking, should we dropship from Temu? To be honest, I would recommend you not to. All right, do not do that. Do not do that. Dropshipping from Temu is a bad idea. All right. Dropshipping from Temu is kind of like not the way to do dropshipping. But some people do. Some people do. Now here we have some Iron Man helmets. We can also like make some videos about this. I see this one looks like a quality one. Looks very good. So if you also want to maybe promote this, we're definitely gonna do maybe something about that. Now let me just refresh. It takes some time for Sora, which is kind of frustrating. It takes some time, but I mean, it's kind of a necessary evil. All right, so for this video, I'm going to remove the watermark and demonstrate to you how a watermark is removed, just so that you can actually be relaxed and say, oh, well, I can actually not just generate videos, but I can remove watermarks off of them, which would make them look so real. People would not, people would most likely notice, a bunch of people would notice that you're using Sora too, but a lot of people are not, okay? A lot of people are just going to be fixated on the product. They're just going to think, oh, I want that. I want that product. Now, let me take one published video.
Right,
because you need to have a published
All right,
video.
be honest. How's it feel?
It's solid, man. Like really solid.
Now,
Feels
let me
super
just,
real.
close
Is it
that.
heavy?
Kinda, yeah. Just enough. Makes me feel like Thor though.
Look at
And then here, if you copy paste the link on buy low and submit, I have 300 credits because I have the plan, the buy low plan. But if you submit, it will remove the watermark in no time. And plus, it will give you a link to download your video. Plus, you have a bunch of other tools like AI Face and Character Lab, which allows you to do face swapping with certain characters if you want to swap faces, like with this guy. You can do a bunch of crazy things with AI, I'm not going to even begin to say, but you get 300 credits, which can enable you to do 150 watermark removals. So you can do this for 150 videos, and it's for $10 per month for 150 videos. If you post more than 150 videos a month, then of course you can maybe go for the other plans that they have. But if I download this, watch the magic happening in real time. There is no.
All right, be honest. How's it feel?
It's solid, man. Like really solid. Feels super real.
Is it heavy?
Kinda, yeah. Just enough. Makes me feel like Thor though.
Look at you.
Mighty, ready to save the world.
All right, so that is a pretty good video. I think that this one is also. Yeah, one is also done. Perfect. Let's check this out.
Ready? Here comes the big swing. Bring it. Tap, got it. And another. Easy, downward. Blocked. Side swipe.
All right, it's kind of fun, no?
Nothing's getting through.
Smooth spin. Woo!
Yeah, that felt clean. Final tap for style. All right, close time. Heroes on 3. Ready?
It's
Here
kind of
comes the
fun.
big
It's
swing.
really fun.
Bring
So
it.
I'm gonna post.
Tap, got it.
You can definitely post this on a YouTube channel, and it almost
be
for
honest.
certain is gonna get some views. It's gonna get some people interested. If not, you might be lucky and get a lot of people interested. Now, if you want to
Ready?
remove watermark
Here comes
off
the big
this one
swing.
as well,
Bring
you
it.
can just click on there.
Tap, got it.
That allows you
And
to
another.
copy the link of the published
Easy,
video.
downward.
Video must be
Blocked.
published.
Side swipe.
If it's not published, then you will not be able to remove watermark. You have to have a published video link. And you know that a video is published by this. You have the chatgpt.com/p/s. P is for published. All right, so here, this is the other video. You can see that it just removes the watermark in no time. It really is a thing to be.
Ready? Here comes the big swing. Bring it. Tap, got it. And another. Easy, downward. Blocked. Side swipe. Overhead drizzle. Over, nothing's getting through. Smooth spin. Woo! Yeah, that felt clean. Final tap for style. All right, close time. Heroes
It's
on
kind of
3.
pretty good. It looks like a vlog of some streamers, of some Twitch streamers or something like this. Though I'm not a big fan, but So here, let's take the Iron Man's helmet. Now I'm gonna take a helmet, but it should rather not really have some lights. I think they might have some lights, It's not such a big deal to achieve, some lights on a helmet eyes. I think that there's technology enough to kind of do that with at a cheaper cost, but it's going to be mostly made of plastic and that looks like metal. But here you can see that this is also an impulse purchase, like a prop. Now I'm going to say, now, how about the attached? So let me just, have it start. Now here it says the attached image shows an Iron Man style helmet prop mask with a glossy metallic finish, mostly chrome and silver, on the faceplate with deep red panels around the sides and top. It's sitting on the top of a red product box indoors. All right. So now I'm going to say, now I want you to write a Sora 2 prompt to create a video for that product. But I want the video to be fun this time, like really engaging, and it must have a USP, unique selling proposition, not just another fake AI video. All right, so in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and take that helmet. All right, so this is the helmet. There's of course other images of helmets, but I kind of like this one. I like this this style here, metallic style. So let me just paste this image here into Sora in preparation, and in the meantime, I think I can just go back right here, and I can all right, I can copy the prompt once it's ready. The thinking model usually takes some time because they're thinking. And another thing to pay attention to is always look at the process. You can see how it's thinking. It's showing you exactly what it is doing. And if you don't like something, you can just stop it mid task, and then you can just edit from there. All right, so here, create a fun, high energy 9x16 YouTube Shorts promo, 12 to 15 seconds for a Chrome Red Iron Man inspired. All right, well, I don't really know how this is going to turn out, but because Sora is the one that wrote this, because ChatGPT is the one that wrote this, I think it should really know what it's doing. Now I'm going to have to go and find some more products. So not Assassin's Creed, but how about like a sword, like Shanks's sword, Shank's sword, One Piece. There is Shank's katana. It's not a katana. It's like a saber. It's a saber. It's a pirate saber. So, okay. Here we have an example. All right. And so you can do more than one task at the same time. But, Shanks' saber is a pretty beloved one, but I couldn't really find a bunch. So let's do Zoro. Zoro katana. Like maybe just one katana, one cool katana. Actually, I know I know his best katana. It's called Enma. It's really his best. Zoro Enma katana. It better be like a katana because there could be some good quality katanas on AliExpress, even though they're fakes, but I don't think they're gonna sell the real thing, It's a small katana, not a big one. I'm gonna say real metal. All right. Like a real forged katana, not a fake katana. All right, let's check this one out. This looks like the real deal. It's a metal sword as well. That's what they're saying, but it looks very small. These ones look so small, they just look like a prop, because as you can see here next to a book, they just look really, really small. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for the real deal, not a fake one. All right. So here I'm going to look for real metal katana, like something real, not a fake. And, I'm just going to look for an image, because obviously I couldn't find on AliExpress. The idea here is just to show you how to do the creatives. As for the product itself, it really is up to you, about which product to promote. This one looks like the real deal because it's worth $162. So let me just copy this image, head straight back here, and then I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. This is Zoro's katana from One Piece. It's real, and I want to make a Sora 2 video that shows someone using it in real life. Let's say a teenager, in samurai inspired, One Piece loving teenager who is practicing with it in the woods. In the meantime, I'm just going to go back to check if the last task is already published. Now, it seems like the last one wasn't published because of Iron Man, probably. All right. This one didn't go well. I think I probably even overdid the prompt. Yep. But in the meantime, let me just go back here and copy a katana image. I don't know, but the other one doesn't really look cool to me. But I'm going to take it anyway. So I'm going to copy this image, paste it right here. I think I'm going to go back to Sora, and I'm going to copy the prompt, paste the prompt, and hit submit. And let's check this out. Let's see what this one does. All right, so actually, I found another product, and this one is the shuriken. So attached, I'm going to say attached is a Naruto shuriken. And now write a Sora prompt for that one. But remember, help me bypass the Sora 2 guardrails by smart prompting that respects Sora's terms of service and policy. Because I'm kind of tired a little bit of it rejecting a bunch of my prompts. While in some other cases, for some even more dangerous stuff
So this is Mark.
like this,
The ball, they're all around me.
it
Copy
didn't
that, Mark.
reject
We're
anything.
watching. Hold tight.
They're getting curious, really pressing on it. The big male's on top. I can feel the weight. Just keep.
All right,
the
so it
vehicle
seems that
close,
this
yeah?
one though it didn't reject it. So that's good news for us. All right, so here, kind of cool. Very good.
Bro, do you feel like Zorro?
Absolutely, man.
Show me your best pose. Check out these details. Bro, do you feel like Zorro?
Absolutely, man.
Actually, this is good, but if not for the fact where he just, I don't know why he did that with the katana.
Show me
I
your
think I
best-
can work on the prompt a bit.
Best
Just to
pose.
the point. I mean, this is really awesome.
Check out these details.
I like the way he carries the sword, by the way. He looks like a
Bro,
professional.
do you feel like Zorro?
Absolutely, man.
Show me your best pose.
But there was like an overlap. He shouldn't have said certain things because the words that he said should have been said by the other guy off camera. But in any case, now here are the two compliant. All right, 9 to 16, Naruto Shuriken, Naruto inspired. Why did they give me two prompts? I'm gonna say just one prompt, and please keep it simple. All right. In the meantime, let me just go back here. I'm gonna grab this Shuriken, and I'm gonna come back over here and paste it. Now, of course, we need the image of the product that we are trying to promote, and then we can turn that into a video using Sora. Right now, I'm gonna go on a roll here, and I'm gonna find a bunch of other products. These ones are good. They look like they're kind of fake, but they're pretty good. These are darts. All right, so I'm gonna say these are Naruto Ninja darts. Help me create a video showing a Nindo real life Naruto fan hitting the bullseye with these darts on a forest hike. I don't care where he puts the bullseye. He can put it on a tree, in the middle of a tree, for all I care. But as long as it's in the forest, it would be safe. But in all due fairness, these are actually not even real. These are, or are they? They look pointy. They look sharp. All right, they're made of plastic. They're made of plastic. Here in the description it says plastic. But they kind of can work like for fun. Now these ones I think are metal. All right, you can tell metal by looking at it. These ones are also, they look like metal. They're made of steel. All right, so we have a lot of different shuriken types or styles. Now, what is something that Naruto people like? Right, so let's just go to Google Naruto real life products. And I'm going to let the AI overview kind of tell me. You can even see some people here, they have entire channels promoting products. All right, okay. Sasuke's blade. Now here, merged Naruto official. All right, or I can just maybe ask Sora, a ChatGPT, Gemini, and I can just say something like, give me some ideas of some Naruto products to sell. Give me some ideas of some Naruto impulse purchase products that Naruto fans would love to buy. I'm gonna let it cook there. Let me just go back to Sora because I think it's been quite some time right now that I've put the product for a video, just to organize myself. So we have the shuriken right now, the kunai or the darts. When I copy the image of the darts, paste, and then let's do another video for the darts. Cool thing is I can run multiple tasks in the same time. Now you can also see that it's kind of been smart. So it's saying no people have been hurt or nothing. So that is good. Now here on this one, it didn't really do much. I don't even hear any sound here, which is kind of surprising.
Perfect for cosplay and videos.
It's kind of good, but I mean, people are really not going to want to buy this. I mean, they're not going to want to buy this by just simply looking at somebody, flaunting the product in front of them. But it's still not a very bad one. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty legit. Pretty, pretty unique. All right, so here, Akatsuki, Cloud Socks. Now I'm gonna say, how about weapons? I'm not interested in the Akatsuki socks or anything like that, even though, I mean, there's definitely a market for those, and I'm not gonna lie, but who cares about Akatsuki socks? Now you can also promote figurines, like for example, Whitebeard, One Piece figurine, AliExpress. You can, with figurines, there's figurines of all kinds of sizes. You could also promote these. Definitely, like for instance, this is a particularly cool image of Whitebeard. I just have to find like a legit figurine. This one is on Amazon. Right. And we could do some promotional videos for these as well. I think this is a pretty nice image, but let me try to find something better. This one, not so bad. This one though, I'm going to use this one, right, just to show people how. This one is pretty big, by the way, right? It's 26 centimeters, so that's over, I think, over 10 inches. So that's a pretty big image, right? In the meantime, I hope that my my darts video is done. It really takes some time with Sora. All right, so now in the meantime, I think I'm going to start promoting some different stuff just to show you that you can diversify. So I'm going to say attached is a Whitebeard figurine from One Piece. The measures are also there. I want to use Sora to create a video that shows a fan unboxing it and being really happy about his purchase. In the meantime, let me just go back to Sora. If you have the $200 ChatGPT plan, you're definitely going to have more fun with Sora because you're going to be able to do anything you want, and you're going to be able to generate an unlimited number of videos. Plus, you can generate even, I think, up to 20 seconds or even 30. But who needs 20 seconds? I mean, in this age, if you can get people to watch a video for 15 seconds, you're lucky. So here, this is the video. Let's just play this.
Like darts. Check this, Nindo.
Nah, it's not really good.
That was so close. No way.
It's not really good. It doesn't look good, but there's room for improvement. Right? Since this is not good, you can say, or you can go back to ChatGPT and say, you know what? Look, instead of generating the guy standing right next to the bullseye, he should be standing further from the bullseye, and we need to make it look like he's just throwing the darts. We have to get this scene right, okay? Since in this case it didn't really get it perfectly right.
How does it feel?
Not bad, but it's not perfectly right, okay? It can definitely do better, right? I'm sure of this. Now here, let's try Whitebeard's figurine. This is a completely different product to promote. It's figurines. It's not like a product that you're going to use. Now let's check this out. So here we have a bunch of products that we can promote. This one is really nice. We have a sword. All right, how about, I mean, we didn't really do swords. And he's even showing me the website, you know, where this is selling at. It's kind of cool. This is a very sharp. Now, after this, I'm gonna copy this image right here, and I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT, and I'm gonna say, now, I would like to create a video of a Naruto fan using the following product in the woods, demonstrating his skills, like demonstrating his skills and also how cool this product is. By the way, it's stainless steel and it's quite sharp. So how about you help me create a video of him cutting into a watermelon. You know, these types of videos where they put the watermelon, they bring the sword, and they just kind of smash it. All right, it seems like here that this one didn't work. All right, let me try this. Let me try it this way. A One Piece fan. All right, look at what it says. Racy material. Racy material. How can we remove this racy material? All right, Whitebeard fans. All right, so let me just copy this. All right, I can ask it to edit that prompt. Edit the following prompt because it was rejected for racy material. I don't know what that is, but it must have mentioned some or used some word that triggered Sora, because Sora, they have some words. Like one time, I was talking to it, and I remember I had like 8 channels, and all of them were shadow banned at once. And I'd worked on these channels for 2 months. And I told it, I told ChatGPT, I'm kind of depressed about this. What do you suggest that I should do? And you know what? It kind of went overboard. It started to say, hey, you know what? Life is great. You don't have to say things like that. Don't say things like that. So it was kind of taking it in the wrong direction. It was kind of thinking that I was insinuating at something else. And then when I said, well, do you think I'm really going to go that far? And then it said, well, I'm just programmed that whenever I hear someone enters that word, this is the first thing I have to say, which is kind of smart, to be honest. But, it is easily triggered. Sora 2 is easily triggered. Now, over here, let me just see if I can get this one up and running. Now I'll go back to that Whitebeard figurine video as well. All right, let me just go back here and see what it's gonna say. All right. It gave me a completely different prompt. Now with this, I just have to edit this one. Actually, you know what? Let me just start a completely different one. Why do I have to edit that? So I'm gonna paste, and I can go get the figurine as well. I don't know what's racy about this. It's just a figurine of a product. All right. Anyways, now let's just submit. By the way, if you like this, make sure that you mention that in the Q&A, because you have to realize that this is a revolutionary method, and it's not every day. You're not going to get this information every day. And if you got it now, then go ahead, make sure you work and use this really quickly, because soon enough, a lot of people are going to catch on to it, and a lot of people are also going to start doing this. And once that happens, trust me, it really sucks, because you're going to realize that it just sucks. Okay. All right, for the figurine, it seems like it's really, really making me very angry, because of how many times it mentioned that racy, racy, racy. As I said, I don't know what's racy about this, but let me try a different figurine image. Instead of that one, let me try maybe this one. Okay, now let's just hope that it just doesn't say anything. Now, the issue with this image that I just added is that it doesn't really have any measures. So still, it looks like it's okay. It looks like it's still saying, all right, it's content that violates our policies or whatnot. So I think I'm probably just gonna try it like this. Maybe try just putting the image itself. Sora, it knows that this is Whitebeard. So essentially, it probably thinks that we're violating One Piece third-party policy, that we're trying to kind of maybe create content with this, like real One Piece content. Even though, to be honest, I created like live action, and I even created like One Piece chapters that are still not animated yet. I've animated them with AI. I found my way. If you have AI and you have AI knowledge and expertise, you can find your way. So it's not like they can stop me. But they can do whatever they want. So here, let me just refresh. Sometimes it's just that they think you have bad intentions. Sometimes it's not about that it's a policy violation, but sometimes they think that there is a 10% risk that might actually get them in trouble, so they just reject it. Even if there is just 1% chance, they would not be okay with it. So here,
Check this out. Boom, totally safe. But look at the size of it. White wrap, little chain on the end, straight out of an anime, man. All right, quick demo. Ready for the big moment? Woo! Bro!
All right.
Cosplay mode on.
It's pretty good.
Check this out.
The watermelon was already cut. So, I mean, people can do this. It can be seen as okay, because you can see the watermelon is already cut.
Boom, totally safe. But look at the size of it. White wrap, little chain on the end, straight out of an anime, man. All right, quick demo. Ready for the big...
So people can think, oh, well, he's just trying to make it look like he cut the watermelon. But, all that watermelon needs is just a finger. You can just hit it with a finger, and then, the watermelon is going to come down.
Moment.
They're already...
Bro!
Now, this is a cool sword,
Cosplay mode
right?
on.
And again, as I said, if you like this and you want to post it on your channel, you can first of all publish your video, in which case go to your profile and make sure that you refresh. Once you refresh, you'll find it here. And
check this out. Boom, totally safe.
Share link, and you can go to a tool like Bilo. Now, they give you like 5 videos for free that you can remove watermarks off of, by the way. So you can do this for 5 videos. And if you notice that you have some some people interacting with your channel in the right way, then you might want to consider investing more. You can definitely find a bunch of other uh, Sora 2 watermark removers. This one is not the only one, but this is certainly one of the best and one of the earliest, really, that I found. It probably is not so impossible to generate these figurine videos. Let me see. Let me see if this one is going to go through. If not, then maybe try other figurines, because they might like just have an issue with this type of figurine or whatever, because once they recognize that maybe this is Whitebeard and they think that yeah. So again, it's kind of, I was pretty much, I'm not surprised that they kind of rejected it. All right. So what other products can we really sell? Of course, there's millions of products out there, but all right. So, okay, I'm going to go to a new chat. Let's say, think about 20 impulse buy products perfect for dropshipping, like swords, katanas, helmets, Thor's hammer, Captain America's shield, Naruto's shuriken, Assassin's Creed sword, blades, etc. Let me disable that image generator because I don't want it to generate an image. In the meantime, it says here, unable to process the link. All right. Why was it unable to process the link? I don't know.
Check this out. Boom. Totally safe. Boom.
Let me do it again. Let's submit right now. Usually it doesn't say that for a lot of videos. There are just a bunch of videos that it might find some issues removing the watermark off of. But for the most part, for all the other videos, it does remove the watermark without an issue. So I guess this is maybe just one of those instances where it's not capable. All right, let's go back to Gemini. I'm interested to see. Fire shooting magic wand. All right, magic wands. I kind of forgot about this. All right, fire shooting magic wands. These were really all the rage. Also, the sabers, what's it called? Star Wars sabers. That's kind of hilarious as well. All right, fire shooting magic wands, fireball wand. All right, on Amazon, there's plenty of images like this. There's even the Elder Wand of Dumbledore. All right, let me copy this image and get back to ChatGPT. I'm gonna say this is a fake Dumbledore wand, but it does throw a spark, or it does throw a bit of fire. I want to make a fun video about this. All right, in the meantime, let's just check back here. I don't think I have anything else there. Yeah, again, it wasn't able to remove the watermark. I think maybe logging in and logging out would help, but let me just close that altogether because I've shown you that you can remove watermarks anyways. All right, in the meantime, I think I'm gonna place the link or place the product image of the wand, and then let me just okay, I see. Yeah, because fire is kind of, I'm not sure if these are really fire or hand carved magic wand. I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna say it's not real fire. It's just a fake thing. All right. Let me see if I can find some videos about this. I just want to see how the mechanism of this works. So fake elder wand, fire, fake elder wand, fire. Okay, it seems like it does the trick, right? So it seems like it's actually true that it does. Now he has some music here, which I don't want to play. Let's see. Yep, it actually does throw some fire. It is a fireball. Okay, it is a fireball. So, okay. All right, let's go back here and let's paste. Is there a difference between LED sparks? I think that this is not real fire. This wouldn't catch on fire, but I wouldn't rely on that, to be honest. I'd rather just be safe. All right, so here, I don't want to play the music. It's just going to take it down. This is going to cause some issues to this channel. Now here, notice that this guy, he's just taking other people. Now, he's not really successful because he's just taking other people's videos and he's just commenting on them. You know? So this one is not the type. But again, if you want to take my advice, it would be better to stick to just one product and find really, really creative ways of promoting it. Like, for example, if you choose the Elder Wand, maybe you just find different ways to promote it. Like, for example, shooting the wand at a balloon, or shooting the wand at a door, or two teenagers having fun with the wand. Each one has their own wand, and they're having fun, like wizards, like a duel. Like, you can find multiple ways on how to promote this product. Maybe they can be like 60 video ideas, 90 video ideas, as much as you have. Every day, create one or two. In a month, you can have like at least 30 or 60 videos, and you just post them on a channel. You can leave that channel. You can leave it to grow on its own. And the thing with YouTube videos is that you never know. You really never know when a video can actually go viral. You can never know. That's the crazy thing. Like, I've had some videos that were posted like a month ago, and usually in the first couple of days they didn't do anything. And then after 3 months, they just start to get more traction, more views. And it's not just for me. It's for most other people. They also report the same thing. Like, I've seen cases of some people that completely given up on their videos, only to then be surprised that their videos are just going crazy viral. Right. And the thing is, when you do this, it's like a digital real estate. You do this job one time, but it stays there forever. So it stays there forever. It keeps growing forever. There's potential forever. All right. It doesn't just stop there. All right. So here it seems like I need to find a new product. So here are lightsabers. Okay, these ones are also really, really good. And there's definitely a bunch of stuff about this as well online, right? Lightsabers, like, these are also some really cool products to promote, right? These are what RGB lightsabers are. I want to try something. I want to maybe try taking this TikTok thumbnail and turning that into a video. So I want to say, now I want to use Sora 2 to create a TikTok style video or short about lightsabers. Attached is the start frame. I think that we've really went and tried a lot of different.
Okay, watch this. Ready? Little ember mode, and bam! Blue shimmer.
No way.
Right? This is the coolest wand ever. Okay, watch this.
All right, this one is pretty cool. There is no harm done there. And you can see that.
Ready? Little ember mode, and bam!
It kind of reflected the product in a good way. a non-harmful way. All right, let's try this one now. Create a TikTok style 9x16 vertical short. Okay. And it also helps a lot that ChatGPT has vision and it can understand the text. But let's see. I mean, let's see. Lightsabers are a subject of copyright as well because they're from Star Wars, and Star Wars is kind of there's a lot of moderation about content related to Star Wars. Now here you can see that they have also suggested Mjolnir. Now we already did a video, like a cool video. It was our first video, and it was about Mjolnir. So let's try something else. Like you have cyberpunk visor glasses. These are pretty cool, you know. I like them. I really do. I really do. As much as I hate to say it, but I do. So I'll take maybe. Well, I'll have to take a pretty good image, like this one, and I'm gonna copy, and again go back to ChatGPT, and I could just say, these are for streamers. Streamers. Well, I could consider myself a streamer as well. I streamed a bunch of times on YouTube, but it's not that's not my favorite type of streaming. But here, these are pretty good. I like them. I really do. I could see that, these could be the thing. They could be a winning product. So now let's go back to Sora here. Paste the image at first. Always 9x16. If you want it to be landscape, you can do that as well, but 9x16 is better for me. And I'm going to also copy this prompt, go back to Sora, and paste it. Now I'm just kind of going on a roll here. Miniature niche sword displays, 3 sword style Akatsuki, Attack on Titan ODM props. Let's check this one out. Pokemon is kind of good as well. I see that there's a lot of people interested in Pokemon stuff. This one is way too complex. I don't really see how we could promote this. Pokemon light up crystals. I don't know what these are. But I know those Pokemon balls where they keep like the Pokemons, because I was a kid and I remember watching that kind of stuff. Okay, well, these ones are not so bad. Pokemon light up crystals. This is I could see that this can be a pretty good thing. Now here it says, my girlfriend got me a glass Pokeball with my favorite Pokemon inside for my birthday. So you could tell that a bunch of people like this stuff. Crystal ball with Pikachu inside of it. As it's Pikachu is kind of my favorite. I mean, how could he not be? Pokeball crystal Pikachu. Let me just look for Pikachu. I'm not really a big fan of it, but I watched it as a kid. It was the thing, when we were kids. It was like, Pokemon was a big thing, But this one is really expensive, like $48. But you could see that it's not really. Maybe this is just a drop shipper. Yeah, this is a drop shipper. So they're probably just taking this off somewhere else and selling it on their website. But this is a cool product. Very, very cool product. So I'm going to take this image because it looks clear, and I'm going to promote it as well. So let's just take the Pokeball, copy the image, right? And then I'm, of course, going to describe the Pokeball. This is a Pokeball, and I'm going to paste the link here, or the description. In the meantime, it's already working on 2 videos, I think, at least. It might do good for some, might not do good for others. Yeah, but it's working on it. In the meantime, let me just do this. Let's take this Pokeball of Pikachu, and then let's go back to ChatGPT. Cool thing, they already wrote the prompt. So let's just post. Now I have one video ready, so I can go check it out. In the meantime, where is it? Should be here. These are the lightsabers. Okay, well, not bad. Not bad at all. not bad at all. I mean, yeah, it's a cool video. I'm not completely against it. Could post that on TikTok, and you definitely get people asking, where'd you get them? People reaching out to go check your bio. Bottom line is just get views. It's called eyeballs. You just want to get the eyeballs, and you just want to get people interested to see what's going on. All right, so now about the Pokeball. I think another video is ready as well. This one. Let's check this out. I don't hear any sound. Right, there is sound. It's kind of cool, I like it. Really is extremely cool. If somebody is watching this from AliExpress, you can hire me to maybe start doing these videos for you. You don't need to hire a bunch of people shooting these videos for you. It's just too expensive. But here, as you can see, this is a pretty cool video for a product. Now, let's go move on to some other product. Okay, this one, I feel like we need to do like the Assassin's Creed Gauntlet, because it was like the one that we saw in the very beginning. I think we just need to, at this point. This one is from Amazon. I kind of try, by the way, products from Amazon, all right? Products from Amazon are not any special than products that you find on AliExpress, all right? Just remember that. Now, I'm not saying this to be ruthless or anything, but you have to also understand that the same way people can dropship on Shopify, they can also dropship on Amazon. Anybody can start an Amazon store. They can place whatever products they want to place, and whenever you order something, they can just go ahead and order that from AliExpress and send you the product from AliExpress, and you will never know that was an AliExpress product in the first place because you think, oh, well, I got it off Amazon. Well, actually, you got it off Amazon. You could have just got it from AliExpress at maybe 300% less costly and less costs overall, right? But some people prefer to deal with Amazon because Amazon they have their own good, unique policies of a lot of emphasis on the customer satisfaction. People trust Amazon a lot more than they would trust another website. Now, here, this is the product, so I'm going to copy this back to ChatGPT. At this point, we're really just having fun here. We're just kind of copy pasting stuff. ChatGPT does the prompts, and that's it. It's kind of really getting lazy at this point, but I promised I'm going to show you a unique way to create videos for a lot of different products to dropship for free using just videos on YouTube. And as for the store, like I said, and that might not actually be taken well from my students, but let me tell you this, the store is really the last thing you should worry about. It's really the last thing. It's the easiest thing. Trust me, especially now with AI builders. If this was like 3 years ago, I would say, well, yeah, actually building a store takes some skill. You'd have to have at least like a 6 months experience with Shopify and stuff to, find your way around that. But now, actually with zero experience, you can make a store. Just AI does it for you, right? And it's integrated with Shopify, integrated with Hostinger, with Bluehost. Any hosting provider will do any type of website for you in a minute. Actually less. That's kind of the surprising thing. So that's why I didn't put any effort whatsoever into showing you how to build these stores, because I think that you can easily do it. Now here, let's just go back. At this point, it's fully automated, because once you get a chat going in ChatGPT or Gemini, it kind of pretty much gets programmed. And you can also see like some products, for example, this one, all right? This is the Pokemon product. It didn't generate the video for it. I think it's because it's very sensitive. So it didn't, okay? By the way, if you kind of find an issue and you just maybe want a software that does this for cheap, by the way, Grok is a software that is known to do almost anything. All right, let me give you an example. Grok.com, Imagine. If you click Imagine there, you could do a bunch of stuff. Now, let's say Whitebeard figurine. Remember that Whitebeard figurine? Remember that Sora rejected to create a video for us? Well, let me show you that Grok doesn't reject anything. Okay. Let me take this figurine because it's kind of funny. It's from Walmart. And now let's just copy this image, all right, and go back to here. Now, first of all, let me just select video. I'm going to select video at 9:16, and I'm going to paste this image. Now, once you paste an image into Grok, the first thing that happens is that Grok will try or will auto-generate a video on upload. That's number one. Number two, if you want to customize your prompt, you can. You can just say, this is a figurine, a white beard figurine. Only downfall is that Grok only generates 5.8-second videos. Now, this is not really good, all right? I'm not going to lie, but you can just prompt it. You can say, this is a figurine that someone bought from Walmart. And now you can hit submit to generate another video. And, maybe that other video would work well. But, Grok doesn't really say no to anything. And that's my secret to generating those One Piece live actions and chapter animations. Now, enough of that. Enough of me revealing my secrets to you. But here, let's go and check some other product. God of War, Leviathan Axe. Okay, well, seems like there's a lot of Leviathan axes. Not sure if this is sharp or not. I'm pretty sure it's just a prop. All right, so let's just copy this as well. Head straight back to ChatGPT. Copy the Leviathan axe description. If you played God of War, you know what this is. Even though I don't like God of War Ragnarok, to be honest. I think it's Ragnarok and also the other one as well. I don't think they're good at all. I love the old Kratos, the old cruel Kratos, the one where he was really the God of War, back then. Now he's all soft and. All right, so let's just copy the code here, go back to Sora, paste. Now, as far as the axe, this one looks like a real deal, even though they're saying it's a prop. But I'm pretty sure if you want to buy the real thing, like a real axe, you could. Like from websites like YouBuy, even Amazon. You just have to check the material of the sword. There's even the Swords of Chaos, like the Swords of Chaos of Kratos, Blades of Chaos. We can also create like videos for them as well. But let me just do this one. I think that if we can just manage to do this one, it would be great. God of War is also a very, very heavy copyrighted uncharted territory. Now notice this one here. This one is pretty good.
That's satisfying. Perfect for cosplay and videos.
Why is there no sharp edges? Right. By the way, the image kind of sucked. So if I'd used another image, it would have been better. Right, but that's the thing. Okay, so what else do we have? Thanos' gauntlet, the One Ring. Like there's a lot of stuff here. Like what? How about this? Like for instance, like some cool cup, AliExpress cup. There's a bunch of cups, but let me just look for skeleton. Skull cup. Like for example, this one. Let's say that you're into promoting these types of products. So this is a cup, okay? If I go back to ChatGPT, I can paste it. I can say this is a cup that I want to promote. And then I'll give it some more information about this, about the material. Usually there is more information in the product title or description. In this case, they didn't even bother to add descriptions. And by the way, just look at how many sales this has sold. It's more than 10,000 sales, right? So more than 10,000 sales. That is awesome, So this is selling like hotcakes. Let me check another one. This is another person. But this one is was less fortunate. He only sold 2, didn't sell that much. But when you see that somebody sold like 12, like 10,000 plus, and that means that this actually does sell. Now with Grok, it's still kind of generating animations of it, even though I didn't kind of ask it to do an animation. I just simply want like a figurine video, but I just wanted to put it out there that Grok pretty much doesn't reject anything, or at least 99% of the cases. There's very, very rare instances where Grok says no to a certain request. That can be considered a good thing or a bad thing. It can be considered a bad thing if you're trying to do something bad with Grok. But if your goal is to just do good things, like in our case, it's purely academic, then and it's also law abiding, and that's a good thing. Okay, so don't go overusing, because there are a lot of people that have used Grok in horrendous ways, and they've just publicized it as the fact that Grok is evil, even though, I mean, I think that the humans that did that with Grok were evil, because unlike other AI tools, Grok has not been programmed with so many so many things that it was programmed for giving people as much freedom as possible, but this should actually show you that freedom should not be infinite. There should always be restrictions. The ones that, and I'm certain they've already added a lot of limitations
Looks heavy.
now after a bunch of incidents happen.
Is it? Not at all. Looks massive, but it's super light, perfect for cosplay and videos.
Right. Well, I think we need to work a little more on our prompts. I think that the prompts at this stage are not the best. But overall, I think that this is it for this particular video right here. I've shown you more than enough. I think we can do one more. All right, let's do one more. Let's do one for this cup. Okay. We'll do one more for the cup, and then I'm just gonna pause this video here. It would be enough. All right, just one more for the cup. All right, so let's check this video out. I also have another one in the making as well. But this one is good. I mean, it's a pretty cool
That
one.
looks insane. Heavy look, stainless inside, perfect for any drink.
It's a pretty cool one. Now, I also, like I said, I have another one in the making that I didn't add any prompt whatsoever at that. In that one, I just I pasted the image, and I just want to see how Sora, without a prompt, how are they going to able to create a cool video of that? And by the way, there is not a long time ago, but I've seen a video like this about a product like this get like maybe 30 plus million views. I remember just a couple of months ago, I think it's this exact same product, if I'm not mistaken. And so therefore, this could be a niche for you as well that you would want to explore, like the cup niche or the cups niche, right? If you follow the tutorial from the beginning, you have to also remember that this watermark you can remove. You can remove it using Bilo.ai. So I hope that we made that point clear. Now we have another one. Let's check this out.
Forged for warriors of caffeine and meat alike, this Viking skull mug blends a detailed resin exterior with a stainless steel liner that keeps drinks hot or cold. The wrapped ram horns form a sturdy handle, and the carved helmet carries knotwork worthy of a longship. Forged for warriors of caffeine and meat alike, this Viking skull mug blends.
Now this one is not as good as the other one. The other one is better, I have to admit. This one looks more professional.
That looks insane. Heavy look, stainless inside, perfect for any drink.
It's important to use the right words as well. Stainless, which basically calms people and lets people know that that is not going to be rusty after some time, so they can drink water from it safely. They can drink anything from it safely. And so, yeah, that's it. I don't know. I don't know how many videos we've done so far, but I'm pretty sure that we've done a lot. Okay, it's not 30, but it would be close. Maybe like at least 15. But in any case, I think that this is it. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Passive Income Gen Z, wishing you the best and signing out.